And we are live here with Professor Simone Henya and our co-host Tendai from Zimbabwe. Professor Simone is a Brazilian medical physicist. I will give a brief introduction about her work. She graduated in São Paulo and did her master's in Rio de Janeiro and doutorado at Comissão Nacional de Energia Nuclear. She has been developing research at this commission and Institute of Radiation in Brazil. She also participates in a lot of committees as AUFIN and IOMPI. And today we are very happy to have her here giving us this talk, which is entitled From Professional Choice to Professional Fulfillment, a Trajectory in Medical Physicists. And it's with you now, Professor. Please feel free to start your talk. And thank you very much to, to accept our invitation.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, everybody. Well, it's a great pleasure. It's an honor, actually, to be here with you. And as I told before, it's a surprise for me, this invitation, and I'm very glad to be able to share this experience. It's different because it's not only about a trajectory, but it's my trajectory, and I'm very happy that we can discuss some points today. I would like to start with, of course, in the beginning of my story in medical physics. That is the choice of the profession. The career is very difficult. I was really young. I was, as in general, we are when we have to do this important choice. And for me, it was not different. It was really difficult. I had a lot of interest in my life. I used to play volleyball, and I said maybe I can be an athlete of volleyball. I love animals, dogs especially, so I also sought to be a vet. And many times I was invited as a model, but it was something that I said no, it's not for me. And then I had a very nice teacher in the school. He teaches physics, and I like it very much. And it was my interest to study some mysteries of the universe at this time. And so I said to my father, in special, I said, Father, I want to study physics. He always supported me, but he said, think about this, because you have to be sure that you like to teach, that you teach in schools. I said, no, I want to do something else. I would like to do a research in physics. He said, well, in Brazil is very difficult. Probably you will not have chance to do this. So think about. I said, anyway, it's the profession that I want to follow. So then I started my course in São Paulo, Brazil, in '98. And of course, I had very good friends at this time. It's a pity that only few of them is in medical physics or even in a physics area. Most of them is not working in this field. But I said, no, I will I will keep my dreams. I will do something in physics. But at the end of the university, I started my family, and I have my two sons, my son and my daughter. And of course, this dream have to wait a little bit. But in 89, I started my master degree, also in São Paulo. And then my PhD, since I finished my master degree, I started the PhD program. When I started to see some information about medical physics, when I started to study the field of medical physics. And then after the PhD, I went to the university in Rio de Janeiro as professional visitant, and I did my postdoc there in the University of Rio de Janeiro. The people all the time ask me about career and family. Well, it's not easy to do. It's not easy task to try to be both, but it's of course it's possible. For me, I had some additional issues. Of course, the first is that you know how our children all the time with something, flus and other health problems. But I had additional problems that was to move from one house from another house 5 times, from one city for another city. So I started my master degree in one city, but finishing another one. And during this time, I had to take the bus to go to one city for another during the night, and to work, to do the research sometimes in the weekend. And this travel was very difficult for me, but at the end, we could finish the master degree, the PhD, and the postdoc. In 98, finally, I had my job opportunity to start to work in the Institute of Radiation Protection and Dosimetry. It was exactly the place that I would like to work. During my university, I saw many people working in the National Commission on Nuclear Energy. I was in São Paulo, so and I did my master degree in the IPEM, that is Institute of the Commission. But they opened only in 98 this opportunity. This institute is a research development and teaching institute. It's a reference, a national international reference in the radiation protection area, dosimetry, medical physics, and metrology. And as I told, this linked to the National Commission of Nuclear Energy. We do a lot of work in collaboration with university, government, agencies, industry, always promoting safe and use of ionized radiation. And I started to work in the medical physics department as a researcher in diagnostic radiology field, and had the chance to lecture in the postgraduate program. And with a lot of students, I still now do a supervision of students in master and PhD research. At the beginning of my career in this department, we did evaluation of diagnostic radiology service in Rio de Janeiro. That was also a good experience. And since the beginning, I had some opportunities, training opportunities, and I tried to do the best in this training course to learn everything that I could. I went in England and Spain, in the States, United States, all the time in this area in diagnostic radiology. And in 1999, 1 year after I started, I could start to involve in IAA projects. We had one project in our department. I didn't have any experience, of course. Most of the meetings were in Spanish, and I didn't know a word in Spanish at this time. And of course, I had many fears. I was always afraid how to speak, what I had to speak, how to prepare a project. But I had, sorry, uh, I had a lot of determination, and I said I will go further on this. I like it, this chance to have another colleagues from another countries of Latin America. So I said I will do my best here. And then in 2002, I was nominated head of the diagnostic radiology division. Uh, it's a very nice group, but of course we have to learn how to deal with administrative activities, about leadership, and of course I had to develop new skills. And then I faced other changes. The group, of course, chose some specific areas to dedicate their research. And at that time, I was working in mammography, and but I feel that somebody should do some research in CT. But everybody was already involved in so many research in other fields, and so I said, well, I have to fill this gap. And I said, well, I will start to study this CT aspects, and I will try to develop my research in this field. And now I'm very sure that was the best decision for me, because opened another door for me to act as expert in CT in Latin America and Caribbean. So here I can give you my first message, that is, be ready for changes. Even if sometimes we don't want to, this can be your best opportunity. And the second message is that it's first for me, actually. So that's why I want to share, is to open for new frontiers. Even if I was comfortable in what I was doing in my department, I saw that I have to open for outside to see what happened outside of the institute. It's a medical physics world. So I started working with physicians and all health professions, integrating a commission in the Brazilian College of Radiology in CT, in quality in CT. All of them are physicians, are radiologists, and we had many meetings that we could be more integrated. And of course, we know that in our career, we need to interact with this health profession. It should be on our agenda. And another thing that at the beginning I didn't understand how important it was, but I tried to be involved in professional societies. So I started being member of Brazilian Association of Medical Physics, also in Brazilian Society of Radiation Protection. And there I could learn more about AAPM and I was also member of AAPM. And then, as member of Brazilian Association of Medical Physics, automatically you're member of ALFIN, that's Latin America Association of Medical Physics. And of course, as Brazilian Society of Radiation Protection is linked with FRAP, this Federation of Radiation Protection, also in Latin America in Cabo. So after this involvement, I started to interact with these groups, and then I was elected in 2010 as president of ALFIN during two periods. So 6 years as president of ALFIN. And after that, I was elected to be the president of FRAUC, that's Federation of Radiation Protection. Many activities, difficulties that I have to face, that what was happening in Latin America, but it was also a good opportunity to know much more about the region. And one thing that I'm still proud is that I had the chance to take to IOMP the proposal of a medical physicist that one day asked me why we don't have the day, International Day of Medical Physics, because here in Latin America we have the International Day of Radiation Protection. And well, during one congress, I met the president of IOMP, and I said to him, why we don't have this? I would like to that you try to do something about this, if you could talk with the members of IOP. And then it happens, and I am very happy that now we have our November 7th as our International Day of Medical Physics, not about me, but about, it was the words of Latin America that was listened. So I said to myself, and I said now to everybody, to not stop all the time. We have to go further, no matter what. So it happens with IOP. I start as a member of Education and Training Committee, and also member of the Women in Medical Physics Committee. And then I could be the chair of the Honor and Awards Committee for 2 terms, and now I am the chair of the Professional Relation Committee. Sorry. The involvement in IOP activities, I don't know how to express how it is, because sometimes you are afraid during some discussion, how can you say your opinion for a lot of outstanding medical physics profession with a large experience. And sometimes I have to confess that I was shy to give my own opinion and to say what I want and to disagree sometimes. But along these years, I learned that we have to do this, to give our opinion and to express exactly what we want, no matter that we are with all these authorities. They listen us, and we can have this good communication. And during after these years, I was honored with to be the fellow, to receive this certificate from IOMP and IOPES. That is to be the fellow of IOMP and IOPES, and I was really grateful for that. And as a result of the work with IAEA that started, as I told, in 1999, until now, I had the chance to coordinate several projects, national and regional. lot of missions, and lot of learning and experience, and many friends all the while was the result. And for me, I am really happy that I have the chance to give some contribution to the medical physics in my region and in other region that I have the opportunity to visit. So IAA bring me this, the opportunity to participate in expert meetings and missions in the country to evaluate the infrastructure in medical physics or other issues, and to teach, to share my knowledge in Latin America and Caribbean. It is, I don't know, two or sometimes three courses each year. And now it's opening another door for education training of medical physics in the region. That is a project that I'm coordinating for this period. Finish the first one now and opening again in 2014, 2024, sorry. So the message here is that it seems that everything is nice, everything it's incredible, but all this came with a lot of work. Many times without holidays, without weekends, no time to relax, no time for family. So my message here is take advantage of all the opportunity that you can, but be aware of the work that you have ahead. The people will wait for you, for your answer with your work, with your dedication. And go to conference, present your work. It's not easy. Expose yourself. Sometimes it's not easy. You have to face everybody looking at you, but you have to give your message, you have to disseminate your work. Sometimes it's difficult because you don't have the financial support, but you can try, take the risks, send your paper, send your application for grants. My first Congress, I applied for a grant and it worked. It was amazing for me that I didn't expect, but I could take my first work it was in Lima, Peru, and was nice, really nice. So forget your shyness and be prepared for a large audience. And try to organize events, small ones, big ones, doesn't matter. But be part of one if you cannot organize yourself. But try to do it. Try to be connected with other professionals. And publish the results of your work. At the beginning of our career, we always think that's not good enough, that I cannot do it, I don't know how to write it properly. Maybe I have to repeat the measurements. Maybe they will not accept the paper, but you have to finish this kind of discussion with yourself and be more confident and publish it. And don't forget to share your knowledge anywhere and always that you have chance. Even if you're starting, you already know a lot, so don't be shy and maintain this committee with the society. You should do it. You learn it. You got this, and you have to do it for the other that are waiting for you. And all the time follow up with your students and partners. See, if you want to be updated, you have to stay with your students. They push you, they bring you new challenge, a lot of work, headache sometimes, but also they bring great joy to see the research work completed. So it's really a good thing to see they as professional. And keep you proud of your team, as I am of my students. These are my current students, and I'm very proud of they are doing now. And even when they had a red follow their own path, try to keep the contact with them and change more experience. And don't stop making friends all the while. And they are not only medical physics colleagues. They are friends that can stay in your life, in your trajectory for a long, long time. And for me, don't not forget who has supported you on this path. First of all, your family that give you all the tools and support you at the bad times when you are tired, when you are weak, and you need most. They are with you. And of course, your supervisor, the, the, the first one who show you your path, how to start your research. Your friends that are always with you, not in your office, but they are with you, beside you all the time, to support you too. And remember, it won't be easy. You will make mistakes. I did a lot of them. It's part of learning. Not all, you know that not always the people will be nice or kind with you. So be patient if you all the time you can. And no matter what happens, stay focused in what you want to be, and think that circumstance may change, but you must keep going no matter how difficult it may be. And well, the circumstance changed for me, and my commitment was to be strong and to move forward. And to finish, some thoughts I would like to share to conclude. I don't consider myself accomplished. There is still a long way to go. I will always feel like I could do more, and I think that's great. I do seek recognition. Self recognition is already quite difficult. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Simon. I think it was a great talk, very inspiring, and I think all of us will have a lot of things to think about now and to discuss with you. So let's start with some comments that we have here from our audience. So we have a comment from Regina Bitelli, who says, "Congratulations for your successful career. Big hug, Regina Bitelli from São Paulo." Also, Lydia Vasconcelos said, "Congratulations, Simone, go ahead." And I think we have one of your PhD students with us. His name is Arthur Bernardo. He says he is always learning from you and he is proud to be your PhD student. So I think this go straight ahead with your talk about support your students. I think this is very important, and I can speak it considering that I have students now. I have residents, students, and I already have trainees, and it's very important to support. We once were trainees, and we once were early career, right? And the people who support us made and help us to be who we are now. So
Yeah, yes.
I I I
Just
agree
to
that
add,
that's very important.
yes, just to add, Luisa, sometimes you see that the students support you.
Yeah,
It's not
it's true.
only you support them. That is also nice.
Yeah. And we also have Geraldo here, who is
Yes, my
like,
husband.
yeah, he's sending congratulations and saying that you are the best. So it's always good to remember how important is to have our family with us. And this leads me to my first question, that is about how did you manage to be so much time, because I believe that you had to travel a lot. So how did you manage this with your, not only with your family but with your career here in Brazil?
I think that my the people who I work support me a lot too. I have my colleagues, and I think the institute approve this kind of missions, because I think when you are doing these missions or giving this course, you are thinking the name of your institute. You are. It's not about you. It's about the place you work that you are representing. I don't think that I am Simone going to teach the course. I think that it's the Institute of Radiation Protection, the image that is represented. I think that is the message that I try to share in my institute. I like to share with the boss, with the director of the institute, that even if we are out, we are not doing our work directly there. We are somehow also doing another kind of work, that is to take the name of the institute for other countries.
Yes. So thank you for your comment. And also, I also have another question about how can we, as early career, enter in the committees. So how can we take the first step to participate in a international committee?
I think the first step is, well, I will tell how it was with me. It's to start to be part of a committee, a national committee, a national society. And then when you are in a national society, you are involved in the regional society. So when you are part of the regional society, you already have the door to in the international society. So that's I can tell now. It's IOP now. For I think the last 6 years or 3 years, I'm not sure. When we will started to prepare the committees, IOP asked the regional societies to indicate names. So if you are part of a regional society, your name. You can send your name and say, I want to participate in this committee. Of course, it will not be direct accept, but with your CV, your, what you are doing in your country, and your publication, your CV, they will evaluate, and you can be part of this. So I think that the first step is to be involved in this medical physics societies. And also, when you show your work in conferences, sometimes you are showing for a member of a committee. This happened with us, with me and Lydia, and actually she was presenting in Congress a work, and she was invited to be part of a education training committee, and me too. So maybe this is another opportunity. When you show your work, they recognize you, they see that you are doing a good job, and so the opportunities can be when you have to show your face. We sometimes don't want to. We are shy to do this. But
Yeah.
if you, and I am. I told you, I was not comfortable to do this presentation, especially when you said, no, it's not trajectory in medical physics, it's your trajectory. I was very shy. But I think that we have to face it and say, okay, I will do it. I will, forget my fears. I forget everything. And so this can open opportunities. If you stay comfortable at your home, at your office, anything will happen.
Yeah, and you said something very important before we go live, that it's good to not be comfortable, right?
Yeah,
So it's something good. If it's something that give you a little bit of fray or make you feel uncomfortable, maybe you should do that.
exactly. It's the only way. You don't have another way to do these things. And sometimes when I accept some kind of missions, I say, why I did this? Why I accept this? Because of course, you have to deal with different situations, and you will be afraid. This is normal. This is human.
Yes, yes, right. And we have here another comment from Emily Hu. She says, thank you very much for sharing your trajectory. May it inspire many of those in early and even mid career.
Thank you.
And I will leave with Tendai now. If she has some questions or some comments, please, Tendai, join us.
Uh, a good afternoon to you all, and thank you, Simone, for the presentation. Uh, I'm sure everyone gained a lot from the presentation, and it's just a comment that I realized that in all of what she was doing, it was not about reading books, and I think mentorship and being involved in the activities it brought about. I was trying to give a rating. Maybe I can say 7 out of 10. It really contributed to her success. Because if you look at it, it was more about being involved, working with other people, and so on and so on. So thank you very much, Simone. Over to you, Louisa.
Yeah, so we had one very inspiring talk, I think, when we start our group, maybe 2016, 2017 with Professor Maria Aliotta, and she said something that I always remember, that she said that we should always say yes. But of course, we should remember that when we say yes to something, maybe we are saying no to other things. So I believe it's a balance, right? It's a balance between your choices, not only in professional, but also in personal life. And when I see your path, that you are, Professor Simone, are participating in so many committees and had a trajectory very inspiring, I believe that it came with a cost. And for me, the thing that I will keep with myself from this talk, as I kept the message from Professor Maria, is that we need to, to always remember who are here with us and who support us, and the people who also believe in us and want to to grow with our job. And for me, this is the most inspiring thing that you said here today, that we need to support people who are supporting us.
Yes, and you see, another point that I would like to say is that about children, we always feel that we are living then alone, so it's difficult to deal with this feeling. We feel guilty to leave them, but many times I heard, even when they are very small, they told me that they were proud of the mother. So I be emotional with this because this is the cost that sometimes you have to leave them, and they are child, they have to be by the young, and you say, well, I'm so guilty to do this with them, but we are wrong. If you explain, if you show what you are doing, they will understand and they will be proud. I think that the only thing is to say the truth, to say that you are doing your job, what's the importance of your job. And then they will understand and they will support you, even when they are a child. You will lose something, you are lose some moments of them, but you cannot have everything. So that it's about choice. And sometimes you do the right choice, sometimes not. But it's part of life. You cannot do right all the time.
Yes. And we have here a comment. It's from Impactful Research, that is our dear Professor Kwan. So he says that he has worked with you for more than a decade, and he says that you managed to stand out, speak up, and be continued in counted in a male dominant scientific community. So do you think as a woman this was a little bit more difficult, or how? No, I don't know if you can give us a comment about this.
I cannot tell that I have suffered any kind of how do you say,
Prejudice.
yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that the opportunity was open. Sometimes you know what I feel, not about woman, but about the region that you came. Sometimes when you say that you came from Latin America, um, that's okay. You have to show that they are wrong. You have to put yourself and say, you're wrong. Yes, I'm from Latin America, so what? Because, oh, you're not from Europe, you're not from America. Maybe this kind of thing from this poor people, poor mind people, I probably saw, but not about be a woman. But still, we have, when we do some research about this, and we will see, especially scientific committees in Congress, most of the president of these committees are men. We still see this kind of discrimination. Now, the main committees probably are men. Um, I think that this is changing, but it still is a process. It still is a process, but we still need to do what we are doing now. Now, the next IOMP president will be a woman, will be Eva Bizak from Australia. We already have one, but if you see the history of IOMP, most were men. But this is just one thing that we stimulate us to do more.
Thank you. Thank you for your comment. So as we don't have more questions, I think we can start to say goodbye. And once more, I would like to thank you for your time. And I think you give us a very inspiring talk. This live is in our YouTube channel, so people will watch whenever they want. And thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I think I was thinking about your name since the very first day I participate in this group. And I don't know why I never had the courage to ask you until now. And I am very happy that I did. And I hope we can count with you for more talks in the future. And I hope to meet you live one day.
I hope so too. And again, I have to thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. It was a nice new opportunity for me. As I told you, it was the first experience that I have, and it was really great. I love it to meet you both, and Lisa. And of course, we will have much more opportunity to share our experience, our problems. Why not? Or maybe I didn't talk about this, but of course, we have to share our problems and try to solve them together. And I will be here all the time. So it will be my pleasure to be with you again anytime. And I would like to send my thanks to Juan, that he's one of the person that is not only the medical physics colleagues. He's a very nice person, a human being, and very special, and a very nice friend. And my thank you for him. He inspired me.
Okay, so I will finish our live now.
Thank you. Bye.